Mastering English. Active versus passive voice. Hello language learners. Welcome to another exciting English language tutorial. Today, we're going to delve into the world of active and passive voice. Understanding this concept is fundamental to English grammar, and it can dramatically improve your communication skills. Let's get started. First, let's clarify what we mean by voice in English grammar. Voice is the term we use to describe how the verbs in a sentence relate to the subjects and objects. In English, there are two voices, active and passive. In active voice, the subject of the sentence performs the action denoted by the verb. Here's an example. John ate the apple. In this sentence, John is the subject, ate is the verb, and the apple is the object. John is doing the action. He's eating the apple. Contrastingly, in passive voice, the subject of the sentence is acted upon by the verb. The object of the active voice sentence becomes the subject of the passive voice sentence. Let's convert our active voice example into passive voice. The apple was eaten by John. Notice that the subject, the apple, is now the entity being acted upon, and John, who performed the action in the active sentence, has become the agent in the passive sentence. Knowing when to use active or passive voice can be tricky, but here are some general tips. Use active voice when you want to emphasize the doer of the action. It's often more direct and concise. Use passive voice when the action is more important than the doer, or when you want to omit or de-emphasize who or what is performing the action. Now, it's time to practice. Remember, practice makes perfect. Here's a sentence for you to convert. Active. The dog chased the cat. Try to rewrite this sentence in the passive voice. Pause the video, give it a try, and then resume to check your answer. Pause. Great! The passive version of the sentence is passive. The cat was chased by the dog. And that's a wrap. You're now one step closer to mastering the active and passive voice in English. Remember, both are important and have their place in our language. Keep practicing, and soon it will become second nature. Thank you for joining today's session, and happy learning.